I am glad, sir, for the very first time, you're the third person which we are Canadian, actually the so-called superpowers, and that is John Dramani Mahama. Kwame Nkrumah ye mienu, ye di two no, and a bedu, former Zimbabwean president Mugabe, koke Canadian chair or United Nations. African leaders in Nobia Swakufa Nusro.
A lot of us, a cross section of Ghanaians, a lot of us really we concur in whatever President John Dramani Mahama said at the UN General Assembly. Like I said, President John Dramani Mahama did not disappoint when he appeared and gave his speech. The speech I'm talking about is very resounding. And he touched on certain things. Clearly, he didn't go and massage people's egos there. Oko ya no anye no said here, oko pompa, oko pampa obi o. Oko ka no kre. The one the team no oko kan yo. Enye de o say o ma nipa wo de o team. The o team pa na e wo no kre. But oko pain pa kwani mi wi a. Na afi de untumi nka o ni because when you say o kan e be say wanyon kufa. But Mickey, and we need no crano. John Dramani Mahama, he looked at the faces of all these world leaders. He told them the truth. Say, hey, the affliction Israel for the Palestinian for it must come to an end. The crimes in Gaza must stop. UN must actually reset the agenda. All these things are some of the things that President John Dramani Mahama can, making Ghana proud. Indeed, he is really a visionary leader. And off the hook, this man delivered the address from the faculties of his brain. He's a good orator, communicator. That's who he is. His specialty, so he will actually, coin words, put words together, conjure correct, meaningful paragraphs. And on the day, this week, at the UN General Assembly, President John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, made a statement, bold stance, took a bold stance relating to world issues and even Africa, making sure, he will let them know that Africa is the future. Africa is the future. Just like the way Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and a host of other African leaders trumpeted home, made it what he has said, a universal language, a universal campaign, advocacy. Say the African is the sole liberator, and he made it known. And a Captain Smart on TV, media personality. I salute this man. This man is learned. He's very, very factual. Then people will have issues with him just because he is speaking the truth. Just like Mahama, Captain Smart also speaks the truth. Captain Smart he said, Mahama, ejimini one. Obeka. So yeah, dear. Obeka. Obeyemu. Before Mahama became president in 2024, before the elections, now supporting Mahama's coming, he was actually, campaigning and then speaking the fact that Mahama must ascend and return to power and take back power and steer the affairs of the country. That's what we know he did, right? It is known. But after Mahama came to power, Captain Smart saw certain inconsistencies, saw certain things that it was not a good look for the president. And when we say no, the government is not touching more baby. The government was doing certain things that it will affect their programming and all that in the long run. And he called President Mahama and the government to order. What did I say? He called the government officials and all of them to order. That means he's not here to actually be treating even people of high repute, in high places treating them with kid gloves. No. He will face you with professional and adult gloves if he has to. And he's saying that this man, John Dramani Mahama, told the world the truth. And after Kwame Nkrumah, Mahama, is the only person he has come to learn, say, has been able to tell the world the truth. The truth that the world must hear, no? This man, John Dramani Mahama, was not afraid to let it out.
United Nations, there's over the 80 years more. And I am glad, sir, for the very first time, you hear the third person which we are Canadian, actually the so-called superpowers, and that is John Dramani Mahama. Kwame Nkrumah ye di two no, and a bedu, a former Zimbabwean president Mugabe, koke Canadian chira omo United Nations. Afei African leaders in Nobia Swakufa no suru. Nana do no suru. Osuro Macron. Osuro Joe Biden. Ontumi nkasa. Saa kwakora bi na ono na malata ho no mu fense. De okọ yansa wo yiba no.
Tinubu.
Dabi, the first say Yara do.
Sana Tinubu ba.
Dabi oh. Alata for president okọ ya kwa we bai. Buhari. No suru, Tinubu suru. Alasa Watara usuru. Wa ya akokora we di 80 ade nse usuru wu. Akokora bi a we di 80 years usuru wu bi adwembone wo ntirim. Nipa bi a we di 80 years a usuru owu no. Sa akokora no wo ga na wo achi wo no owe no. Chososo be wu. We di 80 usuru wu. Ana be ncha se. We di 80 years usuru wu. 80. What didn't Chinese 80 solid years? What's the Missuro said me into be to be in United Nations as them. Me next week in a Mahama speech, no. But John, thank you. Can one on Gaza? Oh yeah, no, or TC rough road dozo. Afena brofana kasa bo mon seven. Wonderful one. But me mo bia ngro we did 3 years in Kwamobia Hunu ground. Mebobia Hunu ground. But 80 years now, United Nations said, you know, African president to be any United Nations in fear.
Okay.
If the United Nations is 80 years, some African presidents, certain presidents, almost age. Any United Nations epe say pobia otumi na ne ho odwom Cameroon mampani otudwom no wata na wane otudwom na twi na hwaye deja na Muslim Pobia on one bodyguard odi na chi de ne koye bodyguard no di the bodyguard no di na chi odi na kwatena ho a obeka speech no obusa MC say and who is this one too.
All right, so there you have it. Captain Smart, he's not perfect, nobody is perfect, but every time, you know, normally more times than he did on point. That is why I really like him. He does not do emotions, doesn't do sentiments. We don't run politics with sentiments. But politics, to a large extent, is sentimental. But if you want to be objective, unbiased, you want to be very, want to promote equality, you want to promote objectivity, then you should stand for an emotional, an unemotional disposition. That's what you should exude. And that is what he has been doing. Right now, say Mahama, AJBB, and I said, now by any government official, any government appointee from the NDC administration, AJBB, Captain Smart will call that person to order. He will actually report that person to the authorities, report to the higher superiors Why are here? So that is what Captain Smart will do. And I really like the tangent he came with this particular one. Yo, me did the cover I as a British television. See something, say something. That's what we do here. We do dissect it. What do you say? We can't dream. It's not any personal idea. No malice. No malice involved. No. We just try to be Ghanaian as possible. Try to be citizens as possible, not spectators. So why don't you hit the notification bell? And why don't you turn on notifications? Anytime I post or share video, you will get notified and immediately you can also watch. And don't forget to like my video. Why? Very, very important to me. Like the video and give my video a thumbs up like this. And until we meet again, I do this for God and country. I will see you in the next one. Peace.